Respected friends, delight it is together to stay for good amount of time and do something useful and divine every day. Hope if we are in the same way, reveling in spiritual pursuit only, maximum and then through all our day schedule, how nice it would have been, it would be. Vedic chanting, common sense thought, shlokocharana, Shanti mantra, sankalpa, Upanishad Parayanam, Upanishad Adhyanam. These are the seven things we are every day doing to tune ourselves to the divine. May Parabrahma Ishvara Jaganmata, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana recognize these tiny efforts of ours and empower us, bless us that we are able to do all this correctly, successfully, fruitfully. May our Vyaktitva day by day become blossomed Vikasita. Upanishad is Shwethashwathara, 6th chapter, through GNANA, the moksha, that portion, and then the Mahima of that Paramartha Swarupa, Paramatatva is repeatedly said, so that our Shraddha, Prema, Bhakti for that Paramatma grows in us and then we pursue it. Good topic, very good topic, essential topic, very essential topic. Let us start with our Veda Parayanam, Chandogya Upanishad, third Adhyaya, 8 khandas we have seen yesterday. Let us do the uh, 9th onwards, 9, 10, 11. Let us do. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणम् अथ सामवेदीय छान्दोग्योपनिषद तृतीयोऽध्यायः नवमः खण्डः ॐ अथ यच्चतुर्थममृतं तन्मरुतः उपजीवन्ति सोमेन मुखेन अथ यच्चतुर्थममृतं तन्मरुत उपजीवन्ते सोमेन मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशन्ते त एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशन्ते एतस्माद् रूपाद् उद्यन्ते एतस्माद् रूपात् उद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद मरुतामेवैको भूत्वा मरुताम् एवैको भूत्वा सोमेनैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते सोमेनैव मुखेनैतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशते एतस्मात् रूपादुदेते एतस्मात् रूपात् उदेते स यावदादित्यः पश्चादुदेत पुरस्तादस्तमेत स यावदादित्यः पश्चाद् उदेत पुरस्तादस्तमेत द्विस्तावदुत्तरत उदेत दक्षिणोस्तमेत द्विस्तावदुत्तरत उदेत दक्षिणोस्तमेत मरुताम् एव तावद् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येत मरुताम् एव तावद् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येत अथ दशमः खण्डः अथ यत्पञ्चमम् अमृतम् अथ यत्पञ्चमम् अमृतं तत् साध्या उपजीवन्ति ब्रह्मणा मुखेन तत् साध्या उपजीवन्ति ब्रह्मणा मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ति त एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशन्ते त एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशन्ते एतस्मात् रूपादुदेति एतस्मात् एतस्माद् रूपाद् उद्यन्ते एतस्माद् रूपादुद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद स य एतदेवममृतं वेद साध्यानामेवैको भूत्वा साध्यानामेवैको भूत्वा ब्रह्मणैव मुखेन एतदेव अमृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते ब्रह्मणैव मुखेनैतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशते एतस्मात् रूपादुदेति एतस्मात् रूपादुदेति स यावदादित्य उत्तरत उदेता दक्षिणोस्तमेता स यावदादित्य उत्तरत उदेता दक्षिणतोस्तमेता द्विस्तावदूर्ध्वमुदेतार्वाक्स्तमेता द्विस्तावदूर्ध्वमुदेतार्वागस्तमेता साध्यानाम् एव तावत् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता साध्यानाम् एव तावत् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता अथ एकादशः खण्डः अथ तत ऊर्ध्व उदेत्य नैवोदेता अथ तत ऊर्ध्व उदेत्य नैवोदेता नास्तमेता नास्तमेता एकल एव मध्ये स्थाता एकल एव मध्ये स्थाता तदेष श्लोकः तदेष श्लोकः न वै तत्र न निम्लोच न वै तत्र न निम्लोच नोदित्याय कदाचन नोदित्याय कदाचन देवास्तेनाहगं सत्येन देवास्तेनाहगं सत्येन मा विराधिषि ब्रह्मणेति मा विराधिषि ब्रह्मणेति न हवा अस्मा उदेति न हवा अस्मा उदेति न निम्लोचते न निम्लोचते सकृद्दिवा हैवास्मै भवते सकृद्दिवा हैवास्मै भवति य एताम् एवं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं वेद य एतामेवं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं वेद तद्धैतद्ब्रह्मा प्रजापतय उवाच तद्धैतद्ब्रह्म प्रजापतय उवाच प्रजापतिर्मनवे प्रजापतिर्मनवे मनुः प्रजाभ्यः मनुः प्रजाभ्यः तद्धैतदुद्दालकायारुणये तद्धैतदुद्दालकायारुणये ज्येष्ठाय पुत्राय पिता ब्रह्म प्रोवाच पिता ब्रह्म प्रोवाच इदं वावतज्येष्ठाय पुत्राय इदं वावतज्येष्ठाय पुत्राय पिता ब्रह्म प्रब्रूयात् पिता ब्रह्म प्रब्रूयात् प्रणाय्याय वान्ते वासिने प्रणाय्याय वान्ते वासिने नान्यस्मै कस्मैचन नान्यस्मै कस्मैचन यद्यप्यस्मा इमाम् अद्भिः परिगृहीताम् धनस्य पूर्णां दद्यात् धनस्य पूर्णां दद्यात् एतदेव ततो भूयः इत्येतदेव ततो भूय इति. These three are enough. Chant together. Om अथ छान्दोग्योपनिषद तृतीयोऽध्यायः नवम दशम एकादश खण्डाः अथ नवमः खण्डः ओम अथ यच्चतुर्थममृतं तन्मरुत उपजीवन्ते अथ यच्चतुर्थममृतं तन्मरुत उपजीवन्ते सोमेन मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ते न पिबन्ते एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपमभिसंविशन्ते एतस्माद्रूपादुद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद मरुतामेवैको भूत्वा सोमेनैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशते एतस्माद् रूपादुदेति स यावदादित्यः पश्चादुदेता पुरस्तादस्तमेत द्विस्तावत् उत्तरत उदेता दक्षिणोस्तमेत मरुताम् एव तावत् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता अथ दशमः खण्डः अथ यत्पञ्चममृतम् अथ यत्पञ्चमम् अमृतं तत्साध्या उपजीवन्ते ब्रह्मणा मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ते न पिबन्ते एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशन्ते एतस्माद् रूपादुद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद साध्यानामेवैको भूत्वा ब्रह्मणैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशते एतस्माद् रूपाद् उदेति स यावदादित्य उत्तरत उदेता दक्षिणतोस्तमेता दिस्तावद् ऊर्ध्वमुदेता अर्वागस्तमेता साध्यानाम् एव तावदाधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता अथ एकादशः खण्डः अथ तत ऊर्ध्व उदेत्य नैवोदेता नास्तमेता एकल एव मध्ये स्थाता तदेष श्लोकः न वै तत्र न निम्लोच नोदियाय कदाचन देवास्तेनाहगं सत्येन मा विरादिषि ब्रह्मणेते न हवा अस्मा उदेते न निम्लोचते सकृद्दिवा हैवास्मै भवति य एताम् एवं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं वेद तद्धैतद्ब्रह्मा प्रजापतय उवाच प्रजापतिर्मनवे मनुः प्रजाभ्यः तद्धैतदुद्दालकायारुणये ज्येष्ठाय पुत्राय पिता ब्रह्म प्रोवाच इदं वावतज्ज्येष्ठाय पुत्राय पिता ब्रह्म प्रब्रूयात् प्रणाय्याय वा अन्ते वासिने नान्यस्मै कस्मै च न यद्यप्यस्मा इमाम् अद्भिः परिगृहीतां धनस्य पूर्णां दद्यात् एतदेव ततो भूयः इति एतदेव ततो भूय इति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. In this way, daily little of Vedic chanting. Yeah, we can stop it and conserve our time. But what else we do other than this? So let it continue. Bhagavan will give better newer ideas. When he gives them, that time we adopt. Now, friends, today's most common sense thought is common sense thought only to us, the regular attendants of Shruti Upanishads. For others, newcomers, we don't know whether they can catch it as common sense thought. But for us, simple it is. Key one, I have to realize the self. There is no ambiguity whatsoever in it regarding our convinced goal. Can anything else be goal? No? Remember, not having goal is the utter tamoguna. Such person never takes up anything. Any other thing that can be taken up as goal is the sign of ignorance, sign of delusion only, the Rajoguna. Only Paramatma being the truth or reality, keeping him as the goal is the right understanding, right maturity, the blossomed Sattvaguna's expression it is. Just to see in us, has it happening or not? I have to realize the self. That's it. How clear is that thought? Throughout the day, how much we are remembering it. She said yesterday also in that Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana, Mother Saraswati's teachings are this only. For a sadhaka, there is in this world nothing heyam, nothing upadeyam. To that extent, he is weaned away, withdrawn from the world. So, the first, most spiritual common sense thought may not be the common sense thought. Is that our goal? Isn't it? How many times per day we are remembering it? How deeply, how intensely, how much that sense of urgency in that we are entertaining, and how many times? All of that counts, all of that matters. Like your own child, when he's so casual about any want, you won't even bother about it. But he is restless, he is throwing tantrums, and he is so much insisting and is trying to blackmail you by all means. Then you feel the sense of urgency to give him, isn't it? Everywhere it is so. You apply for the loan in the bank or office, they take lightly. But if you repeatedly go and remind them, request them, and all, so they understand sense of urgency, they will process it quickly. So to the laborers, where in the construction side or the workers at home, if you leave them, they won't come. They come late. They do the work half. They do it imperfectly. But when you are behind them, insisting, then there is betterness in their improvement. Everywhere that's the case. Unless the government imposes rules, regulations, and strictly, sees to it that the culprits are punished, etc., people won't take up the jobs. In the same way, unless the entire praja, danda pakadke, if they are not behind all these leaders, politicians, they also will not work. It is from both sides, isn't it? Every citizen should go to that counselor, wake him up, and see to it that he does what he has to do. Should wake up that means what do you call the MLA and see that he has to do the job. So too, whoever have voted, they have to do. In other places too. Every student, of course, with all his humbleness, make the teacher teach him. Otherwise, teacher also can say, ये तुम सुन ही नहीं रहे हो मेरे को सैलरी मिल रहा है why should I teach? Academics. Spiritual teacher so never bothers because just now we chanted that don't give this vidya even to an undeserving fellow, even if he gives you lot of dhana, etc. Abhiyam pade, the last one, that only. He is doing your kushamadi, he is giving you lot of dhana, but he doesn't deserve, you don't give him the vidya, that sort of thing. So to a deserving, the guru keeps on giving, no problem. The spiritual guru, but otherwise. So many examples are given only to convey to this point that the reason for all our lazinesses, distractions is that I have to realize the self. That desire is not strong up to the mark in us. To further, the sufficient vicharana we have not done. Only thing we lack is the vicharana, most important one. Therefore, the other three things immediately follow without much of the explanation. That day in and day out, I have to gain the jnanam of the Paramatma Swarupa and Prapti Sadhana. Point number two. Today's common sense thought, but spiritual sadhana. And the second one is Paramatma Jnanam and then Prapti Sadhana. Also, I have to involve in no other thing. See that how come still I am with all these guidance blessings involving in something else, anything else, and saddest thing is everything else. For whose sake I am postponing it? My sadhana. For what purpose? See that how much we are This is called as delusion, wherein in which our interest lies. We don't want to realize it and we don't want to do it. And to justify those subtler our desires, demands, vasanas of the world, we color it with the duty the word, responsibility word, love word. If not me, who else will do sentence? These are all the stupidities to justify our deeply hidden ignorances and delusions of still seeking something from this delusory world, projected world. These are all signs of that. What can be the greater kartavya to us than doing our sadhana, going towards it? Hamikam Sharanam Raja se badkar, how can there be anything else important? This is what we are missing, you and I. We have to slowly enter into that state of thinking, that state of feeling. Then, whatever our personal weaknesses are there, where we are wasting our time, which is fully at our disposal, that time first we engage in the sadhana. The other things which we are obliged to do in the world, do them without any samskara created. That is a sadhana there. That need not be अवॉइडेड करो, बट उसको भी साधना के रूप में बदलने के लिए बस निरपेक्षता से, निष्कामता से, निरहंकारता से, ईश्वरार्पण बुद्धि से डू इट. Okay, the second one today is spashtata about the Paramatma Swarupa, spashtata about the Bhashya Abhyantara sadhanas. Naturally, for me, the first important thing is to know the self. Second important thing is to have the jnanam of the self and the sadhana. Third important thing to me now is to do the practically that sadhana. ज्ञान हो गया about the Paramatma, ज्ञान हो गया about sadhana. But once the jnanam is gained regarding the sadhana, actually that sadhana has to be done. That is more important to me. Rather, only important thing to me. Imagine the person's mind. If he is in that mode, how his day, how is a whole schedule, how he is in his antakarana, will he have any thoughts of the outer world nonsense, unnecessary projections, unnecessary involvements, unnecessary any of the engagements? No. The other day we saw it, maybe 1 month back, that such a sacred and noble is the goal. And should we not respect and revere it, depending on its own, its sacredness and divinity? जितना sacred, जितना divine होता है, to that extent we have to respect and revere. Respect and reverence is expressed in the form of seva, serving. So, the sacred and divine is the goal. Let us respect and revere it. Express that respect, reverence by adhering to all these sadhanas to be done all the time. We are tired. That's the only thing where we relax from sadhana, take rest, and come back. And the people of the highest order, like Hanumanji, Rama Kaju Kine Vino, Mohi Kaha Vishrama, they have prepared their personality like that. Like the great Mahatmas, many of them. Continuously they were there in the past, in the present, future also they'll come. That they don't remember what they mean by even rest also. They are so much became Shuddha Sattvika, tuned to the various Shaktis which empower their personality and invoking that Shakti, Nirantara, they are only doing. There are many. Very rare, but they are there. Many Mahatmas. So, the most important thing, therefore, for me, the third one is my own sadhana nirantara. Obviously, the fourth one is the most important thing is my own anubhuti to me, my own anubhavas to me. I have to have the experiences. as said in the Upanishads, Shastras, promised in all the Granthas, those अनुभूतिस have to become mine. See that वो तड़प किधर है हमारे अंदर कि ये वाले आध्यात्मिक अनुभूतियां मुझे हो करके. That's why our sadhana for that is not as expected up to the mark. है ना? Hanuman Chalisa chanted how many times? But did we ever felt within us that Hanumanji's darsana should happen? हम कैजुअली कहते हैं हाँ शायद हनुमान जी होंगे नहीं या नहीं होंगे नहीं आएंगे हम मेरे लिए क्यों आएंगे मुझे क्यों दर्शन देंगे. See, this is all the misguidance we receive from the Nastikas of the world. It can be your own parents. To be Nastika, any relative can be. And they very effectively, influentially, impressively they may speak. Or our own mind, lazy, lethargic mind, never feels that यार हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ रहा हूँ हनुमान जी का साक्षात्कार भी हो जाए ना. That thought never comes. That's why that intensity is not there in that chanting. हनुमान जी आप मुझे दर्शन दो. Example or any other आध्यात्मिक अनुभूतिस है ना. शुद्ध सत्व गुण. I have to have the अनुभव in me of my personality अंतःकरण. शुद्ध सत्व गुण अंतःकरण I want to experience. Where is the desire? If desire itself is not there, why will the divine bless us? What will we do as sadhana to achieve that? So I have to have the anubhuti. For that I have to do the sadhana. For that I must know the sadhana and Paramatma Sarupa. For that, for me, Paramatma eva ekamatra lakshya. Isn't it? If not, this stage is there with us today. Let us do sankalpa for it. Let us pray for it. Let us become as many times as possible conscious about it throughout the day. Isn't it? And as we said 4 minutes back, how come with all these facilities, abilities, with all this age and etc., why still I am where I am, which is not expected as a sadhaka, and why not I am where I am expected to be? Isn't it? Those thinkings, feelings have to come from within only. That who is not allowing us to do so? Our own mind, and quickly we are sold out to mind. You know, that it tells this only, like some people at home, totally sold out to wife. खरे के लिए मैं चाय पीऊं कि कॉफी पीऊं. He asked for that also. What a stupid life it is. You don't know what is for you. कौन सा ड्रेस पहनूं मैं बिना ड्रेस जाओ. अरे what a slavery it is. It's a dependency. And it percolates everywhere. For everything we ask others. Such personality habitually listens to the mind. Mind knows no self, no? It knows through indriyas only the outer world. Therefore, if you ask it, it will suggest that. If you follow it, it will take you there only. Indriyanam hi charatam yan manaha anuvidiyate. Charitam indriyanam manaha anuvidiyate. And that mana we are following. Such person, tadasya harati prajnam. What prajna will have? Little prajna gained in the class by Guru's Krupa, that also is looted by that type of living. We are going to chant that mantra in chapter 2 Gita very soon. So, in this way, I have to stop. I have to feel for myself. Where am I? What am I doing? How come I am so much deluded in doing everything which adds up to my samsara? Everything which strengthens my ignorance? Everything which takes me away from the truth? How come हर पल मेरे जीवन में वही क्यों हो रहा है. वो क्यों नहीं हो रहा जो मुझे परमात्मा के तरफ ले जाएगा. See, have we thought in this way? This is a higher spiritual common sense thought. We have to have them. From that only, first thing born is vicharana. From the vicharana is born the spashtata about what to do and therefore do it every moment. And then only we keep doing, then only the unfoldments start happening. And all of that while doing so, whichever weakens us, we have to recognize those enemies, shoot them, and whichever strengthens us, recognize those friends and befriend them. The most important of all of them are our own thoughts. Again, the same question: why I am having in my own mind the weakening thoughts, the demoralizing thoughts? Why don't I have the strengthening thoughts, encouraging thoughts? Who is there in me other than me? To have the thoughts positive or negative. And why negative? Why not positive? मैं क्यों ना कहूं मेरे अपने आप को अपने मन में वृत्तियों में कि मैं साधक बनूं, साधना करूं, सिद्धि पाऊं, अभी करूं, इसी जन्म में करूं. Who is stopping me in doing these thoughts after all? These thoughts only become strong sankalpas and take us in that direction. अब देखो, this is the meaning of understanding that our own mind is made by ourselves as enemy. This is the meaning of understanding that our own mind is to be made as our own friend. है ना? संकल्प करते रहना, लाइक आई एम डूइंग. ये क्लासेस करेंगे, फिर इसके चांदोग्य बृहदारण्य का करेंगे, ब्रह्म सूत्र पहले चतुसूत्री पढ़ेंगे, गीता विद होल भाष्य वी डू, योग वासिष्ठ वी कंटिन्यू, शंकर ग्रंथ वी डू, आफ्टर द मांडुक्य उपनिषद इन तेलुगु, समथिंग एल्स आई विल टेक अप. ये देखो, these sankalpas are putting me in that. If that sankalpas are not done, sat sankalpa, obviously I will do this sankalpa. And that will push me that side. In that anything it can be. The objects, the people, the world, the travels, the involvements, the entertainments. एक नहीं है भाई, दरवाजे तो इतने खुले हैं. So today's common sense thought is, my very important goal is Paramatma Tattva. The most important thing to me is the Jnana regarding Paramatma Swarupa and sadhana. The most important thing is doing the sadhana. Most important is I need to experience every moment my progress toward the self. Finally, the experience of it. For that, anything encourages, empowers me, they are my friends, welcome. Anything demoralizes, discourages, enemy will go. And who else can do it for me other than me? And when will I do? How much time more I have to wait for? What is difficult? If you think it's difficult, it is difficult. If you think it's impossible, it's impossible. If you think it is not necessary, it's not necessary. If you think without that the thing can be, life can be managed, that's what a deluded fellow does. Isn't it? How now you understand how my own mind is my own Shatru. To think it is important, think it is necessary, think it is urgent, think that I cannot be without it. Like about the so many things of the world, we generated, created such a slavery dependency as if I cannot live without that. About so many things. You heard me. Some of them are good also. Some people are habitually good in their dressing. सुबह उठ के नहा के बढ़िया सा सूट बूट कोटेड, that looks good. Onlookers are watching it. है ना? जॉगिंग के लिए भी टाई पहन के, शू पहन के, बेल्ट पहन के, टक करके he is like that. Good habit. Somebody has that. He made it a point. Each one makes some things, knowingly, unknowingly, good or bad, as the points to ensure. Only a lazy, irresponsible fellow who has just come into human life from animal life, is in a delusion of what to think, what to know, what to do. पशु का life है वो. Just now we came from Gadha buffalo. So therefore donkey never thinks what to do, what to. वो ऐसे पड़ा रहता है ना. People about particular, some people kitchen खाना बनाया सब बर्तन धो के तैयार रखो कपड़े जिसका उस दिन का फिनिश कर दो बस घर सुबह दोपहर शाम साफ होना है तो we make habits how healthy they are giving us so much hygiene neatness clean बहुत सारे फायदा हो रहे हैं so beautiful that is what is maturity now you understand what do you mean by maturity human life in that using intellect in that thinking about improvements in that achieving and getting them done. That's the difference between animals and human beings. Even it can be a child. He is also continuously using his intellect and doing something or the other. उसको पढ़ाई का fear होता है क्लास में कम मार्क्स हुए तो others will insult or feeling होता है. Of course he has got his weaknesses, everybody. But that intellection makes him human being. Animals don't think that. Understood the difference? That's why the human, every human is thinking, trying to improve ourselves too. We have good traits, good habits, some of them. If this can be understood, so understand that the pure spiritual habits also we can make. That's the main point. One habit we made of our regularity for the classes. Throughout the day also be filled with them. पीछे मुड़कर देखो दिन में शाम को रात को wow today the whole day was consciously joyfully engaged in so many positive spiritual things है ना they were difficult but yet I never yielded I did them I negotiated I took care of as a part of my spiritual sadhana I was mindful about my upadhis too I protected my mind from getting disturbed because of the past future. I protected my body by giving it good food and good health, good exercise. See that? A wise person is mindful of all the required upadhis and he manages them. This is what is a fully grown up life. May we understand these and add some more whichever are necessary, but it's that we have to answer to ourselves. We have to feel that we have done and we have achieved. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Mitro, in our today's third aspect of mantrocharana, let us do straight away the mantra chanting for 27 times. The most powerful, beloved mantra, which we all know, therefore I don't even need to teach you also. The Gayatri mantra. इतने दिन से हम इतने मंत्र कर रहे हैं सडनली मुझे आज थोड़ा है गायत्री का टच ही नहीं किया दैट वाज टू बी डन द बिगिनिंग ओनली सो गायत्री का अर्थ होता है गायंतम त्रायति the one who continuously chants it the one which protects him that's called gayatri anyway we'll be starting maybe tomorrow only I don't know if the mind permits all the Gayatri mantras of all devatas. Some 30-40 are there, so 1 month उसी में निकल जाएगा. Maybe हम पूरा दिसंबर 15 से वो काम करेंगे जनवरी 15 तक. All Gayatri mantras. So today the Surya Gayatri, the Mukhya Gayatri, which is revealed to Vishwamitra Rishi. You know the meaning of it, I know it. Still, एक बार simple way we say the meaning. Om Bhur Suvaha. Suvaha Swaha. Some people say Swaha, some places it is Suvaha. I follow Suvaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. This is the mantra. The Om is Parabrahma. That Parabrahma here is taken as Savita. Savita is the first person singular of the Savitru. Savitru, Savita, Pitru, Pita, Matru, Mata, Bhratru, Bhrata, like that. Understood? So, Om is Parabrahma, that Parabrahma here is Savita, that Savita is Sarvan Lokan Prasavati iti Savita, it is Surya Bhagavan. Okay, what is his glory? Bhur Bhuvasvaha. He is the Lord of these three worlds. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, that is the in-between Antariksha Lokas, they are called as Suvaha is Swargalok. So these three are called Vyahrutis, indicating that Bhagavan Surya is the nurturer, nourisher of these three worlds. तो भूलोक भूवर्लोक सुवर्लोक का नर्चर करने वाले अधिपति सविता. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः, we understood. तत् सवितुः वरेण्यं भर्गः देवस्य. So tat, that savituhu, the savita devasya. Sixth case of that Lord Savita, who is Deva of that Lord. Tat savituhu devasya varenyam bhargaha. Bhargaha means kanti. Bhargaha means shakti. Varenyam means varaniyam, means worthy of praying to, worthy of invoking. Tat savituhu devasya varenyam bhargaha. What are you doing? Dhimahi. I am meditating upon. I am meditating upon that bhargaha, the tejas, the kanti, the divyata, the jnana of Bhagavan Surya. Bharga ke सारे अर्थ. So tat savito devasya varenyam bhargaha dhimahi. उस सविता देवता का वर्णीय भर्ग का मैं ध्यान करता हूं. ऐसा. What I am asking him after doing dhyanam? Dhiyaha yaha naha prachodayat. Yaha means that this dhyana of ours invoke his grace, and may his grace naha dhiyaha, हमारे बुद्धियों को, naha means हमारे, dhiya हमारे बुद्धियों को prachodayat, do the prachodana. Isn't it? That's the highest and greatest of the prayer. Because the entire bandha moksha are there in mana buddhi. Leave it to the mana, it is total bondage. Leave it to the buddhi, it is total liberation. When the buddhi gets awakened of a human being, whose job is viveka, vicharana, continuously. He will never do papa, he does punya, he will never do adharma, he does dharma only. He never involves in samsara, he does only sadhana. If the buddhi ka prachodana nahi hua, upayog nahi hua, if the buddhi is sleeping all the time, then everything else will do the rajya. They rule the kingdom. Therefore, naha dhiyaha prachodayat. May our buddhis be propelled to get activated. Obviously, propelled, activated in doing right things only. As we said now, the buddhi should do viveka between dharma, adharma, papa, punya, bandha, moksha, sadhana, samsara, and may it get convinced about sadhana only, not samsara, moksha only, not the bandhana, punya only, not the papa, dharma only, not adharma. And that buddhi हमेशा intact है. Not even one moment I am forgetting my goal and my means, as we saw in our common sense thought. So buddhi prachodana. To what level the buddhi prachodana should happen? That buddhi becomes so sharp, subtle, that it is able to apprehend the Upanishadic Brahma Vastu. Convincingly, the buddhi is telling that that's the goal. Let's go towards it. Following it are the mind and senses too. To that extent, the buddhist prachodana shakti should happen. May the Lord Savita, whose bharga I am meditating, bless me for this happen. Now the main meaning is told now. उसका कितना भावनाएं आप करोगे, कितने तरह से आपके उपयोगिता के लिए फील करोगे, उतना अच्छा. Okay. Now, so far, whatever the mantras we have done, every day we were telling. Today also we tell that not only today, every day when we are going to chant mantras, during that, while chanting mantra, while expressing the bhava as per the meaning of the mantra, add one thing. Ki, O Lord Surya, this mantra I am doing, please empower me spiritually. Please bless me for the understanding of Shastras. Make me Shrotriya, make me Brahmagnya, Brahmanishchita. In this way we should pray. अभी से आप दिन भर किसी भी देवता का नाम लोगे, स्मरण करोगे, पुट दिस एप्लीकेशन, मे आई नो द सेल्फ. सो सिंपल. नहीं मांगोगे तो कोई नहीं देते, जो मांगोगे वही देते. So when I take Lord's name so many times every day, why waste that opportunity? While taking that name only, you just pray. Lord, मुझे आत्मानुभव चाहिए, मुझे ब्रह्मानुभव चाहिए, मुझे तत्व ज्ञान चाहिए. We should entertain that thought, you and I. And for that, whatever sadhana to be done, let me be able to do. अब इसे करते जाएं, तो maybe in 1 or 2 years, all the rajoguna of extrovertedness, all tamoguna of sleepiness may get reduced. All the sattva of fully well planning the whole day and engaging in sadhana for our own fulfillment, that day may come. करो तो होता है. कोई भी देवता को अभी से हम नमस्कार करते हैं, आत्मानुभव देहि, आत्मज्ञानम देहि, तत्व ज्ञानम देहि, पूछते ही जाना. एनी गॉड, कोई भी मिले उनको ही पूछो. एनी गुरु यू डू नमस्कार, प्रे टू देम. ओनली फॉर दिस इट विल बी वेरी इफेक्टिव. श्योरली. करेक्ट. नाउ चैंट. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः. ओम तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Practically, when we do, then only we know what are the difficulties, how to conquer them. Practically, when we do, then only doing happens. Practically, when we do, then only the result will come to us. Thank you. We'll just study our Upanishad. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Karunavarunalayam Palayamam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Om Parambrahmane Shrutimatre. Samasta Brahma Vidyachariyebhyo ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नसमूलनिर्मूलन पूरकभारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणामध्ययन साधनाप्रयत्नमध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः श्री आद्यशङ्करभाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधनाप्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ पारायणम् अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। Three mantras we did yesterday. Fourth onwards. Om Neelah Patango Harito Lohitakshaha Tadidgarbharutavah Samudraha Anadimatvam Vibhutvena Vartase Yato Jatani Bhuvanani Vishva Ajamekam Lohita Shukla Krishnam बह्वीः प्रजाः सृजमानां सरूपाः अजो ह्येको जुषमाणोऽनुशेते जहात्येनां भुक्तभोगामजोऽन्यः द्वा सुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिषस्व जाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वादुवत्ति अनश्नन् अन्यो अभिचाकशीति. Chanting is done. Now the Adhenam, sixth mantra, we have seen the two lines of it, Dire Dire, through the Bhashya. Chant the mantra, friends. Om Savrukshakala Krutivihi Paronyah Yasmat Prapanchaha Parivartateyam Dharmavaham Papanudam Bhagesham Jnatvatmastham Amrutam Vishwadhama. The first line may the two important words which we have to carry throughout understanding of this mantra, even further mantras, is this Paramatma Tattva, which is the theme of the Upanishads, which is indicated by the Gurus to all of us to keep as the Lakshya. It is Paraha, Shreshta, greater, diviner, nobler any day. Paraha means. Anyaha means something other than. Okay? By the word Paraha, if it is thoroughly understood, it should lead to this feeling that because this is Para, the Paramatma alone is my goal, nothing else can be my goal. The Paraha Shraddha understanding should have this consequence because we always should choose the Para, not the Avara. Para is higher, Avara is lower. So this is Para to everything else. Okay. Now by the word Anyaha, it is something totally different other than. Anya. By Anya, we should learn to do the Tyaga, to give up everything else. That's how the Paraha Anya two words talk to us about the Anvaya and Vyatireka sadhana. Paraha tells us seek truth, Anvaya. Anya says reject everything else, Vyatireka. See that? Through every mantra, if we can understand these two things, the Paramatma Sarupa and the sadhana, we are understanding that mantra. So, sa vriksha akrutivihi paraha, vriksha akrutivihi anyaha. Saha kala akrutivihi paraha, kala akrutivihi anyaha. Vriksha is samsara vriksha, kala is the kala, the concept of the mind. है ना? ओके. सवृक्ष इति सवृक्ष आकारेभ्यः काल आकारेभ्यः परः. वृक्ष काल आकृतिभिः परः. परः is सूक्ष्म, परः is महत्व, परः is pratyagata. By saying the sukshma, the karanatva is brought in it. By saying paraha, the supremacy of it is accepted. By saying pratyagatma, it is to be discovered within her. So that paraha word we are trying to understand sukshmatva, mahatva, pratyagatmatva. Sukshma is subtler, therefore it is a karana. Because it's karana, it is mahan. Therefore that alone has to be sought. Where pratyagatma rupena. These are the three meanings of the word paraha. What is the vriksha? Samsara vriksha. Uktam cha urdhvamulo hi avakshakaha. Esho shvattaha sanatanaha. Iti tadeva shukram tadbrahma tadeva amritamuchyate tasmin lokashita sarvaha Tadunatyeti kashana etadvaitat. That mantra continues. We are pausing just to give a chance to feel the meaning of the word para, and that Paramatma is para to the Vriksha and Kala. Then Anyaha. Okay, Anyaha. The Anyaha means other than. Therefore, leave this to reach it. This is the meaning we saw. But our Shankara Bhagavan gave the higher meaning. What is it? Anyaha means asamsprushtaha ityartha. Asamsprushtaha. It's then this word pushes that seeker to, student to, a serious seeker to lot of contemplation. If it is asamsprushtaha means how come? It is not touching, it means these all things are projected on it. Projection never touches the substratum. That is the meaning of anyaha is equal to asamsprushtaha. Paraihi yasmad anyaha prapancha asamsprushtaha ityartaha. It is not touched by the entire prapancha. The sthula prapancha outside, the sukshma prapancha inside. They are projected on that self. Self is never touched by them. Rope is never touched by the snake. Silver is never touched. Shuktika is never touched by the silver in that way. Anyaha asamsprishta. Thank God that self is remaining as it is. That it is not contaminated, polluted by the samsparsha of the Vishwa. Okay. So the Janmata of the Prapancha never polluted Paramatma by giving it Janmata. The Vikara of the Jagat has never touched and polluted the Paramatma for him to have Vikara. The gunas of this Jagat never touch and give Gunatva to that Paramatma. Then the Mrityu, Maranata, Nashwarata of this Jagat is never touching Paramatma to make him Nashava. So he is always Ajanma, he is always Avikari, he is always Amrita. So too, the Anityata of this Jagat is not touching and making Paramatma Anitya or Ashashrata. Isn't it? Therefore, he is always Nitya and Shashwata. So too, because of Anitya, they are all Santa, endful. The Santata of them, they are not making Paramatma Santa. Therefore, he is always Ananta. That's the meaning of Anyaha. Savruksha paraha, savruksha anyaha. These two words understood. Now the third one, yasmat prapanchaha parivartate ayam. So ayam prapanchaha yasmat parivartate. Okay. Even when the world is there for vyavahara and sadhana, then time also the importance should not be given to anything else as the cause of prapancha. The whole prapancha parivartate from him only. Thus, our drishti should be to give importance only to him, because if it is not told, if it is not understood, if it is not practiced, therefore the importance is not given to him. To anything else importance is given, that's enough for delusion. What is delusion? Giving importance to the word. That's it. Explanations are plenty. You have gone through it so many times. Why do we say yasmat prapancha parivartate ayam? Because it is that Paramatma Tattva only, that it is Maya Shakti who is making Srushti Sthiti Laya. Even in the Sthiti Kala, it is he who is giving karma phala to all the jivas. He alone had made the Srushti world, he alone made the upadhis for the jivas. He alone, in fact, entered also as jiva, and he alone is empowering for anybody, for anything to happen, and he is a giver of result also. In this way, I am this Paramatma alone. Sorry, I am Prapancha Yasmat Pravartate. Because of him only the Jagat is Pravartate. Okay. This Paramatma, by just being as he is, in his presence only, empowers his Maya Shakti to do all this. Our goal is neither Paramatma's Maya nor the Maya Shakti's Vilasa of anything else. Our goal is the Paramatma as he himself. Don't forget that at all. So, yasmat prapanchaha parivartate ayam. Okay? And this topic which started now flows into next to 3, 4, 5 slokas to make it complete. And it's so beautiful, so enchanting. For that matter, every of the Prakarana Granthas, Upanishads, Gita are so beautiful and enchanting. What misses is our own inability to lovingly, devotedly, focusedly listening, contemplating, studying. हम इसको मिस करते हैं इसलिए हम एंजॉय नहीं कर पाते उसमें की जो खूबी है द ब्यूटी है ना इनफैक्ट द वंस हु आर able to appreciate the knowledge of others or even the shastras they are the real matured. Those who appreciate the karma and karma phala, those who appreciate the sthula form, they are absolute bekuf. Like a person comes in front of me. If I appreciate his physical beauty, I am a useless fellow. Because behind that outer beauty, there is nothing but flesh and blood. If I appreciate that person's actions, little better. But if I can appreciate that person's wisdom, and that person is wise hai, in terms of good qualities, good abilities, and if that person is proving to me that he is wise in spiritual knowledge about tattva, मेरा तो नमस्कार ही होगा ना उसको. That's my maturity, whom I appreciate. Here also, appreciate the beautiful way the Shwethashwathara Rishi is guiding us, his knowledge. Now let us see this word with Bhagavan's Bhashya. So simple. Yasmat prapancha parivartateyam, what he mentions it as, Yasmat Ishwarat prapancha parivartate. That's what. Only to that Yasmat, he added the Bhashya Ishwarat. Ayam prapancha parivartate. This world is there, Stula and Sukshma, because of him. Okay? It is his Sankalpa Srishti, and what is to be there in the world at what time, it is he who decides continuously. If he has not allowed the science and technology to express for millennia, thousands, it was his will. Now, if the whole science is growing to create projects, so many unimaginable things, it is his blessings, grace, that today's manava or human beings need these things. Therefore, it is his grace, whether we recognize it or acknowledge it or not. यस्मात् प्रपञ्चः परिवर्तते अयम्. This prapancha parivartana continuously is because of him. That parivartana may always remember the 6 things. Srishti 1, Sthiti 2, Laya 3, Nigraha 4, Anugraha 5, Mukti giving 6. Nigraha is for whatever wrong we do, Anugraha for whatever good we do. And Mukti is when we do sadhana. The Papa Karma Phaladata, Punya Karma Phaladata, Sadhana Karma Phaladata. 3 things. Then Sushtikarta, Sthitikarta, Layakarta. 3. 6 are by him. That's the meaning of Ayam Prapanchaha Yasmat Parivartate. He is the Ishwar. What is the consequence of this understanding? That to this world, in this world, to yourself as an individual or to anybody, don't give more importance saying that things are happening because of me or others. Here comes the devotion, It is His presence that everything is happening. In Vedanta, it is spoken like this. In Bhakti, it is said that it is His grace. Presence or grace are same. Presence itself is grace. Presence itself is grace. Like in some cases, that person is present. अभी VIP आते हैं, वो present है but he doesn't do anything. But that itself is gracious. Grace. तो the consequence should be व्यवहार के लिए you may give credit to others. व्यवहार के लिए you may say मैंने किया. व्यवहार के लिए some responsibility. But heart in heart we must know that anything at the micro level as well as macro level that's happening in this universe. It is His presence. So, Yasmat Prapancha Parivartate. It is His presence, His Leela, His grace. है ना? A small चूल्हा जल रहा है किसी के घर में खाना बनने के लिए और a huge volcano has burst and so much of blazing fire engulfing the whole place. दोनों होने के है ना एक बूंद पानी टपक रहा है टपक 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 टपकेश्वर और there is thunderous storm and the rains in buffaloes and bullocks, not only cats and dogs. Yasmat prapancha parivartate. Isn't it? The idea is from our mind that Ishvara should not slip away. That's the moha. If Ishvara slips, the world is given independence, world is given reality, world is given credit, gone. And it's not true. How can the Jada Prapancha can be hetu for anything? The common sense is what? Jada cannot know itself. Then how can it do something? जड़ का अर्थ क्या है ना स्वयं को नहीं जानना कुछ जानता नहीं है तो करेगा कैसे द एंटायर जगत इज जड़ा हाउ कैन इट डू एनीथिंग चैतन्य परमात्मा alone can do think and little deeper vedant में jada cannot do by itself chaitanya doesn't need to do but in the presence of chaitanya the jada happens whatever happens in the jada that happens. Our goal is the happening is in jada and that jada jagat you have to drop the pure chaitanya as it is we have to catch that is the goal. तो यस्मात् प्रपंच परिवर्तते सौ इसी के आधार पर the entire devotional literature has come up where they keep on saying सर्वम नारायण कृतम सर्वम नारायण अर्पण भगवान ने सब किया उन्हीं को सब अर्पण है ना प्रभु की कृपा भयो सब काजो जन्म हमारा सफल बाजो this attitude we have to develop यस्मात् प्रपंच परिवर्तते सौ enough. All things are existing in their Upanama because of the existence aspect of Paramatma. Other than existence, whatever things that are happening in the world are happening because of the consciousness of Paramatma. हर एक चीज का सत्ता परमात्मा के सत्य से मिल रहा है उसके अलावा बाकी जो कुछ भी हो रहा है वो चित्त के कारण हो रहा है विदाउट चित्त एंड सत थिंग्स कैन नेवर एग्जिस्ट कैन नेवर डू इट अब एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं कर रहे हैं तो कुछ होगा कैसे उसमें think this is how we have to attribute everything to him and say I am prapancha yasmat parivartate. Then the more deeper thought is what? Therefore prapancha, the parivartana in the prapancha. If our drushti is on that, we are ignorant. Because of whom this prapancha is existing, because of whom the prapancha में परिवर्तन हो रहा है उनके ऊपर दृष्टि है तो we are understanding the purpose of this shloka, the purpose of Upanishad. That is the main meaning of this shloka. Our attention should not be on what is happening. Our attention should be on because of whom the things are happening. Yasmat prapancha parivartate. Ayam stands explained. Third one is dharma vaham papanudam bhagesham. Dharma avaham means the one who does the vahanam, avahanam, carrying of the dharma. He is the one who carries the dharma, who maintains the dharma, who balances dharma. Dharma vaham. Okay? The gross meaning of the dharma is he ensures that the world practices its dharma through the books, through the rishis, through the gurus, etc. And whenever it is required, he gives punishments to bring back the people onto dharma. And more and more, if people are really not listening, and more adharmic people are expressing, he himself comes as avatara to express, to establish that dharma. That is the meaning of paritranaya sadhana or idai dharmasya Bhavati, etc. That is the meaning of Dharmavaham from the Bhagavan's Saguna Sakara Avatara standpoint too. The subtle meaning of Dharmavaham is Dharma means the law of the being, without which that thing is not called as that. Therefore, that thing is that because of its Dharma, and that Dharma is because of that Paramatma. Like the fire, its Dharma is burning power. Dharmi is Agni. Dharma is burning power. Dharmi is sugarcane. Dharma is sweetness. Dharmi is imli. Dharma is that khattapan. Dharma is water. Dharma is water. Dharma is the ability to make it wet. So everything in this world is a dharmi. It has its own particular dharma because of which it is specific. It is different from others. And that dharma of it is called law of being. It never leaves it, in the sense the fire never becomes cold. If it is fire, it has to be hot. That's it. Ushnata is the dharma of the Paramatma. That Agni understood. That he is the one because of whom the dharma is there, because of which that vastu is there, which is dharma. Now you see, in Gita 7th chapter, didn't we see all of them? The 15 vibhutis of the Lord, indicating the dharma soul. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. I am the rasa in the water. Prabha asmi shashi suryayoho. I am the light in sun and moon. Pranavaha sarva vedeshu. I am the Onkara in all the Vedas. Shabdaha khe. I am the sound in the Akasha. Paurusham nushu. I am the Purushartha samartha in all the beings. Punyo gandha prativyam. I am the Gandha Tarma on the Prithvi. Tejaschasmi vibhavasau. I am the burning power in the fire. Jivanam sarvabhuteshu. I am life in all the living beings. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. I am the tapasya in the tapasvi. Bijamam sarvabhutanam iddhi partha sanat. Those are all vibhutis that are all saying that he is the dharma. Because of which that particular thing is, dharma is existing. Apply everywhere these things. Dharma vaham. So both meanings. He establishes dharma, the vyavaharik dharmas, as we said, by taking avatara, etc. Then he is the giver of dharma, with which the thing is called dharmi. Or he alone is dharma, therefore he alone is dharmi. You know? The flower, its dharmas or lakshanas of fragrance or softness, the sweetness of the fruit. जो भी है वस्तुओं के धर्म वो परमात्मा है, याद रख लेना. Again the principle is same, because first of all, for that dharmas to be there, they have to exist, no? So the existence is Parama. याद रखो जिंदगी में स्पिरिचुअल सीकर होने के नाते द शुद्ध सत्ता we have to again and again trace to. As Sat Paramatma is substratum of everything. That Sat cannot be other than me, therefore I am that Sat. That I have to experience. So that I am the Indra Pranamana Buddhi, the notions which are rooted in me, along with vasanas and habits, they have to be rejected. Again, yesterday in both the texts of Yoga Vasishta, Yoga Taravani, same subject. जब तक इसको रिजेक्ट नहीं करोगे इसका अनुभव नहीं होता. Dharmavaham explained. So to Papanudam. Papanudam, he pushes away the Papa. We bring the Papa into our life, but is Bhagavan sees to is that the Papas are eliminated. किसी को अकल के द्वारा भगवान करते हैं, कोई अकल नहीं से नहीं सुनता, he gives punishments to him. The all number of narakas are made by the Lord only to see to it that the jivas do not do the papa. Slowly they get convinced about doing only punya, doing only sadhana, and knowing the self. So in this way, he sees to it that the papa eliminated from the people. So this sloka can be used for bhakti too. You can ask the Lord, oh Lord, see to it that through me dharma alone expresses all the time. Let no papa, kaya, vacha, manasa, buddhya happen from me even once, even in dream. Because I know the पाप फल इतना भयंकर होता है. छोटा छोटा पाप का भी फल तुम इतने भयंकर देते हो. Why troubling you and why troubling me? See that no papa is done by me. And how to avoid doing papa? Keep on doing punya. थक गए तो सो जाओ, उठे तो कीप ऑन डूइंग पुण्य. गिव नॉट चांस टू पापा, मिस्टर पापा. दैट्स ओनली वे. Only the way to avoid the negative is by giving value to the positive. So dharmavaham papanudam. Then third one is bhagesham. Dharmavaham papanudam bhagesham bhagasya aishwaryatehe isham swaminam. He is the Ishvara for the Bhaga. Bhaga is Aishwarya, where we call millions of or thousands of times as Bhagavan, Bhagavan, Bhagavan. Same thing with same meaning is said with little different word. Bhaga Isha. वहां वाला कहा, यहाँ ईश्वर कहा, बस इतना ही फर्क. वाला means the owner. Ishvara means the Lord. Both are same. Because his owner is the Lord. Because he is the Lord, he is the owner. Of what? Bhaga. Bhaga means Aishwarya. Aishwarya means Ishwaratva. ईश्वरत्व में ऑल दो सिक्स थिंग्स. ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य धर्मस्य यशसः श्रियः ज्ञान वैराग्य युक्त वैराग्योः षण्णाम भग इति ऋण. All of that belong to the Lord. Therefore is Bhagavan and Bhaga Isha. Again here also prayer. Among these six things, every one of them we need for our sadhana. Ask the Lord to bless, the blessings can come. So wherever these bhaga are seen, they are belonging to him. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam, O shloka relate karo. Wherever they are required, you pray to him. That will be answered. Pray to him through any of the medium for your more stronger faith in a form, Krishna or Rama. They all work. That's how they are given in our Purana इतिहास. ओके, ये भगेशम वाला शब्द थोड़ा और समझेंगे कल. देन वी गो टू दी फोर्थ लाइन. ज्ञात्वा आत्मस्थम अमृतम विश्वदा. He is Amrita Sarupa also. He is Vishwatahama also. He is established in our heart for us to recognize. Let us recognize our oneness with him. That's all. Knowing the Jnana, O Lord, to be like this, knowing him to be in our heart, knowing him to be in our heart as ourselves is called as Jnanam. With this Mukti. Therefore, Jnanat Bhagavad Prapti is equal to Mukti. Is the purpose of this sloka. Okay, one more day we need to complete this one. Then the next few slokas are so beautiful. I love them. Tamishwaram paramam maheshwaram tam devatanam paramam chadaivatam patim patinam paramam parastat vidamadevam bhuvaneshamidhyam. A Mahagnani of the self, when he comes to the Upadhi level, has to become Mahabhakta, because it's the glory of that Tattva only, that the whole world is projected and flying. Seeing that inexplicable wonder of wonders, nothing but the love and devotion expresses. A devotee in his utter ultimate devotion is blessed to recognize the Lord. the jnana comes to. So to a jnani, at the upadhi level, the moment he sees the majestic things, he just falls in love with it. Therefore, that bhakti comes. That's how jnana and bhakti is beauty in life. हम किधर खड़े हैं अब देखो बढ़ाते जाओ ज्ञान भक्ति. थैंक यू. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. धन्यवाद. तो हम गीता देखते हैं.